When we think about the media, local media, and what their intended purpose is, they're supposed to preserve our First Amendment right to free speech. There are a lot of things that, if left up to the government or private businesses or even the nonprofit, if we just leave it up to these entities to, come clean and be honest and forthright, anytime there's money or even social status, even if no money's involved, power, there's always going to be a need to get information out there. Now, here we are with a very, very high-profile scandal that I have been trying to get transparency and accountability with the government with for a long time, the state and the city, okay, bully with the state. I have reached out to various forms of media for a long time, and I've even submitted documentation. I'm going to do another episode on this going more into detail, but the Register Guard in Springfield, in Eugene, has been the primary local newspaper coverage for decades. I met with two of their reporters so far over the years, and I've submitted a lot of documents to the last one. Okay, the Chronicle is a Springfield paper. Their office is located right next to City Hall. Okay, they cover Springfield, Cresswell, Eugene. I just assumed that what I experienced wasn't newsworthy. I just assumed that nobody really cared. But to put things into context, here's the thing. Right now, Congresswoman Hoyle, and she lives just right outside of Springfield, she is coming up for re-election. Okay, we're in the primaries now. I think in November, the final election will be. And we're in a primarily blue state. Okay? The Democratic Party backed Hoyle. So now the Democrats have a problem. So let's think about this. Why would media be motivated to suppress some information when you're thinking in terms of a business standpoint? Why would they? Well, first of all, we all know that media has a tendency of being biased. I mean, there is no such thing as a completely objective, completely neutral media. All right? It's a human construct, and we all have our bias. But when it gets to the point to where they're overlooking and passing on extremely newsworthy, very important information, there has been an almost complete media blackout. All right? I just found out recently about the whole bully Hoyle investigation through Willamette Week. They're a Portland publication. I think it was covered locally by KEZI, maybe KVAL on TV, but it's still really, really quiet right now for the level of news this is. Here we have a U.S. Representative up for re-election, and she's being scrutinized for some very, very serious corruption concerns. So, but think about it. Please reach out to me, comment on YouTube. I have some articles I am just starting to write on Community Matters PacificNorthwest.com. Okay, so kind of a different format. I'm not a writer. I'm just learning the basics. But I want to get this out there because I'm just now starting to understand deeper stories, the deeper scenario. And I'm beginning to suspect that some people have some very serious conflict of interest, even people who I thought had my back, people that I thought were trying to better the community through my experience. I'm taking a look at their relationship with the Democratic Party. I'm taking a look at their relationship possibly with nonprofit donors themselves and how they might have a history of, with the community and would benefit from keeping things low profile. But anyway, I'll get, again, I'm exploring that. I'll share more as I figure out more. But please stick with me because it really doesn't matter what party you're affiliated with. What it comes down to is this is potentially government corruption. This is what I believe, what I suspect strongly of having years. This has been years in the process. I've been complaining about this. I've been filing complaints inside the city, my employers, I've been bringing this up at diversity committee meetings. I've had talks with some of the city councilors. This has been years in the making, the bully complaint. The city paid thousands and thousands. I don't have a price yet, but they paid a lot of money with a third-party investigator. And I'll cover that specifically in another episode. But a lot of money has been put into keeping things quiet. And this is major news. So don't let the blackout fool you. Stick with me. If you're somebody that cares about transparency and accountability in government, please, I'll take any support, any feedback that I can get. We don't have to agree on everything. We just have to agree that this corruption needs to stop. All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.